welcome to my podcast. I am your host Maxim, and in this podcast, we will talk everything about IT, some new cool topics like about the IT sphere in general. And today's topic is my path in IT, and I have my friend and our dear guest Mandy from Oxford, who will be sharing his opinions and his path in IT. So,
Thanks, thanks,
welcome, Mandy.
thanks, Maxime. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so what first got you curious about tech or computers in general?
Oh, where do I start? it's a very long story.
Yeah.
So my uncle used to work as an IT support person
Hmm.
growing up. So you had that cool uncle that has like these computers, likes to work with software and stuff like that, and then yeah, so I got curious about some of the stuff that he was doing, and then yeah, so as time went by, I because of that I really enjoyed shows that like has somebody that is very tech savvy, and then
Hmm.
maybe builds software, works with maybe engineering. Have you seen this show, Jimmy Neutron? Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
very popular back in the
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So
one of my favorite, yeah, back in the days.
yeah. So at that time I was like aspiring to be somebody like that. So
Hmm.
the best way for me to get into tech was um, to basically to be somewhat like him, was like to be in tech. So I
Hmm.
wanted like to understand what computers do, um, how, what's the whole mechanism of the computer, how like software works, and yeah. So that's basically what triggered my interest, and
Hmm.
then ever since then it has been a roller coaster of different things in IT. So yeah,
Okay, and what age were you when you like got curious about computers and this Jimmy Neutron?
uh, I think it was around. Can't remember the exact time, but I think it was around 8 to 12 years old.
Mm.
I think that was the period where I started like getting interested into what. Actually, when I was 12, that was when I first got my first desktop computer at home.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like Windows 95 or something, Windows 95 or something. Yeah, so it had like um, 5 MB RAM and
Mm-hmm.
was it 30 gigs data
30
storage, something
gigs?
like that.
Oh,
I think something like that,
yeah,
something like that.
that's huge.
I've just forgotten the actual size, but I think it was somewhere around that. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, 30, somewhere there.
And what was like the first thing you did on this computer?
Yeah, so it was like playing Tetris. Uh,
Yeah, the usual
uh,
games.
yeah, the usual games. So the spades cards
Uh-huh.
card game. Yeah, and then like from there, uh, I had a friend who now also is in IT.
Mm-hmm.
You know how people you'd like talk about what you want to be when you grow up. So at 12, I didn't actually know what I wanted to be when I
Mm-hmm.
growing up. But my friend, for some reason, he had an idea of what he wanted to be. So he kept saying that he wanted to be, um, was it a what? Systems engineer. I think his
Mm-hmm.
dad or his uncle was something like that. So he had an idea of what he wanted to be. So I started like relating to what he was saying, and with my already existing passion in computers and stuff, that's where I like uh, knew the direction on where I wanted to go. So
Mm-hmm.
we started like downloading games off the internet. I remember we were playing this game called, is it Dave or something? Dave, is it
It's
Dave?
like
Danger.
some platformer game, I know,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
jumping like in 2D.
Yeah, you're jumping lava and stuff like that.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the time when we were start like really getting interested into computers. So we started opening them up, trying to understand what's happening, and
Mm-hmm.
then when we get a game that needed more RAM and stuff like that, we would open up the computer, try to figure out, and then my friend would tell me, you need more RAM. So I would ask, what's RAM? And then he'd be like, it's the memory of the computer. You need to like
Mm-hmm.
increase it and stuff. So we'd like save up money, go to like computer shops and try to buy RAM and stuff like that. So
Yeah, and how did you like save your money when you was like very young? And
yeah, so
was it
that
possible
was
like
like
was it available in the shops?
yeah, no, like like at that time it was like I wasn't like very young. It was like 12 at that point. I
Mm-hmm.
think I was like 12 going to 13. So it was the time when I was moving from primary school to
Mm-hmm.
secondary school. I think it was around that time. So we used to save money when so back home. It's like when you are going to school, your parents will give you like lunch money,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll say this is for transport. When you're coming back, you should use it. So instead of using that money for that, we would
Uh-huh.
save it.
Yeah, yeah.
We would save it, and then we had like people that knew about computers, like uh, computer repair shops. So they had like RAMs, hard drives, whatever. So you would ask, how much can I get for this? Like you wouldn't go to, let's say, a real shop, like a tech shop where like
Mm-hmm.
the stuff is brand new. It was way too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So we would go to like people that fix computers, and then they would like sell us. Sometimes they would sell us broken parts, and then we would go home and realize that the RAM maybe is burnt out, stuff like that.
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and how much time did you like need to save money for like buying RAM?
Ah, it's been a while. So I would save up maybe like 2 months
2 months. Oh.
saving. Yeah, like 2 months. Okay, so it will depend because
Mm-hmm.
let's say I think this was around the time when we first got introduced to something like GTA.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is when we actually started like trying to like upgrade our computers, like whatever, like build computers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was around the time when we had like I've forgotten. Was it GTA Liberty City or GTA Vice City? Some
Mm-hmm.
between the
Mm-hmm.
two games.
Yeah.
So I think the minimum requirement for GTA at the time, I think it was 1 gig, if I'm not mistaken. You have to
Wow.
have RAM for like 1 gig, and then I think then came San Andreas, GTA San Andreas. So we
Mm-hmm.
had to like also upgrade to a different RAM because you would start playing the game and then it would just freeze and then be very slow and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It was
Rockstar's
quite interesting.
just like pushing people
Uh,
into IT with their games.
yeah. So yeah, from there we like that's when I started learning stuff about computer hardware,
Mm-hmm.
getting to understand like the disk sizes, like partitioning, stuff like that. So it was way before like I even had like um, what can I say? It's an academic experience of IT. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
just like out of pure interest.
Yeah, and what was like your what were you most fascinated about when you like
Mm,
first got the computer, hardware, software,
mm,
some
mm.
what do you have?
Yeah. So at the time, because I didn't like wasn't very much conversant into the software part of the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was very interested in the hardware, so like how everything worked,
Mm-hmm.
like basically repairing computers. That's where I started. So it would be like dismantling the computer. And people would be asking, "How do you know all this?" And then you'd be like, "Yeah, well, basically interest. We were
Yeah, you
breaking
just
down
dismantle and
computers.
then
Yeah,
like assemble it again
yeah.
and
Try to figure it out.
yeah,
Yeah,
learn by doing and by breaking.
learn. Go break some eggs.
Yeah, yeah. So and
Yeah.
when did you like transition to like academic and doing something useful on the computer?
Yeah, so after like secondary school, so
Mm-hmm.
I think you would the that's when I like during my break, because what happens when you're moving from secondary,
Mm-hmm.
when you're moving from
From primary to
yeah,
secondary.
no, when you're moving from secondary to university, you have like a 1 year gap
Mm-hmm.
where you just like try to figure out what you want to do. So at that time, my mom enrolled me in this um, PowerPoint, Excel, Word, Microsoft Office program where I was learning how to like type,
Mm-hmm.
learning to type, learning to use like PowerPoint, learning to use Excel. Yeah, so from there, that's when now an interest in web development came, where now I like the person that was teaching us used to do web development.
Mm-hmm.
So I started like gaining interest into web development. And then after that, I went into university. So I got my diploma
Mm-hmm.
in business information technology. So that's where it like now I was like pretty sure this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And why did you choose like this academic in university? So did you have like other choices you
yeah,
like may
yeah,
consider?
yes, yeah. So at the time, I applied to like three colleges slash universities.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like the other one. I was supposed to go do like business information technology. I know
Mm-hmm.
um, business administration. So
MBA.
that one, yes,
Mm-hmm.
not like masters, but it like
The
undergrad.
previous level, yeah.
Yes. So there was that program where I applied because that's what my parents wanted me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I applied for that. And then I also applied for the one that I did, the business information technology one. And then I also applied to another university um, where I was trying, or the course was management information systems.
Mm-hmm.
So I was fortunate enough to be um, given all three choices. So I picked doing the business information technology one because at the time, uh, my I had a friend that was also going to the same university, so I wanted like to like have somebody that I already know, so that we
Mm-hmm.
can help each other and stuff like that. So I ended up going to that one, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the rest was history.
Yeah. So social
Mm.
aspect like got you.
Yeah, so yeah, I wanted like I didn't want to be like a complete stranger
Mm-hmm.
in the other environments, in the other universities where I would have to like start from scratch, making friends and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's where like I ended up.
Mm-hmm. And what was like the university experience like? So how did you learn to program and do
Mm.
something useful?
It was a cool experience because I remember the first year that we started because the way that it's structured is like you first do a diploma
Mm-hmm.
and then you do an advanced diploma and
Mm-hmm.
then you move to level 7, which is a degree, an honors degree.
Mm-hmm.
So in our class in 2013, we started out a class of close to 40 people in the
Mm-hmm.
class, like
Mm-hmm.
people that were enrolled in the program. So I think the first programming language that we learned was HTML. So
Yeah,
it
HTML
was
is
fun,
like
right?
not a programming
Yeah,
language and stuff like
yeah,
this.
yeah, 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 yeah. So in a way, so that was like the first introduction
Uh-huh.
into programming, and then we had like introduction to databases where we were now learning SQL, um, database management software systems.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's when now we started like getting into like the actual aspect of um, um, like software engineering and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So out of the 40 people that were enrolled in that program, the people that we ended up moving to the other level, like the advanced level, there were like four of us.
Wow, like 10%.
Yeah, so like most of the people that we started out with, it's either they left the school and started other courses, or they had to like repeat a year because
Mm-hmm.
um it like coming from secondary school, it's like your brain is not yet at that level where you can understand and grasp some concepts. So a lot of people had like tough time to like move to the other level. So we ended up being like 4 or 5 people
Mm-hmm.
that moved from that class to the new class. So yeah, that was my experience with the first year of college. It was
So,
really exciting.
first you like learned HTML and then just straight
Mm.
to SQL, or maybe you learned like some
We had
other
like
language on the way.
so the okay so in the diploma part of the course, you first had to start with like HTML, creating basically static websites that
Mm-hmm.
didn't do like any dynamic things or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the second level, it's when now you put things together where you now learn an actual programming language to make the the website dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So so our friends at that time, um, there were two types of classes. So there was the other one that was called diploma in computing, where people were learning Java,
Mm-hmm.
while in our class we were learning stuff like e-commerce, um, and I think we did
It
web
was like
development
more
using PH.
business related, no?
It was like yes, it was more like business related, where you
Mm-hmm.
trying to understand the business aspect of IT,
Mm-hmm.
while the other one was more into the technical aspect, where other people were learning the actual like Java. So I was partly in the business aspect of the IT prep because when you are moving from diploma into advanced, you had to choose one part where you were supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
So because a lot of people used to fail the diploma in computing, I was afraid. I was afraid. So, so I ended up choosing the business part, but I ended up also being good at the other part as well because
Mm-hmm.
um, we in the other class mostly we did I think PHP for the web development technology aspect. We didn't do Java, but I learned Java like on my own going into the degree part of my program. It was just like purely out of interest. But I can say I'm a Java developer, but I do know
Mm-hmm.
um
A
yeah,
few concepts.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we moved into the advanced diploma and then we did web development using PHP at the time, and then we moved to C Sharp, where we
Mm-hmm.
started, um, yeah, working with different kinds of stuff. But mostly it was PHP, and to the degree program where I did mostly, it was mostly research, and on the web development part, I think you had a choice to pick the languages that you are more familiar with to work with. So on my side, I think I still went with PHP because at the time that was what I was like completely used to.
Mm-hmm. I guess
Mm,
it was like hotter back in the day.
mm. Yeah, at the time we had like Laravel stuff like that, so
Mm-hmm.
it was like pretty hot at the time. But I believe now we have less PHP developers.
Yeah.
PHP
Now
developers.
nowadays
Yeah,
everyone like going from PHP to Go to Python to
yeah,
some other languages.
yeah. Yeah, so that was how it went.
Mm-hmm. And like looking back at your like university years, do you like do you find some pros and cons of this like education comparing to nowadays like these online courses and like the education got better, I guess, in
Mm.
like in IT in general.
Yeah, you'd say that. I don't know for like you guys, but like
Mm-hmm.
back in like my home country in Africa, it was like The challenge was stuff like internet connection,
Mhm.
finding material for you to like be very conversant with the concepts that are being taught by the lectures. It was quite challenging because like internet is very expensive. So for a
Mhm.
student, you would have to go into the library where the internet was like super slow, and you'd spend like hours there, but you can't even download a tutorial for you to watch later because the internet is so bad.
Mhm.
So
But
yeah.
it got this like like educational survival skills when you have to hunt for like information and hunt for like
Yeah,
more knowledge. So I guess it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
good in a way that it like like prepare you for life in this
yeah,
aspect.
yeah, yeah. You have to physically want to find the information and look for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess in this sense it was like much better than today. All the information is
mm,
available, every like chat
yeah,
GPT and everything is online. You don't like need
yeah,
to go anywhere from your laptop or your phone.
yeah, yeah. Cool.
So,
Yeah.
like next question. If you like
Mm.
weren't in IT, what do you think you will be doing by now?
I don't see myself doing anything else.
Tough one,
But
yeah.
I had like a certain interest for architecture, so I wanted like to be an architect on some level. But yeah, it wasn't like very serious. But yeah, that's
Hmm.
what I wanted like to be at some point.
Yeah, you mean like real estate architect,
Yeah, yeah, like
like buildings.
building,
Hmm.
building, building, designing and building houses, stuff like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm. But I
Yeah,
guess you can like design and build your own house.
yeah.
So
So that's pretty much what
some kind of fulfillment.
yeah. So like for my uh personally, like for my own stuff, like right now, let's say back home when I want to build something, I usually design it myself and
Hmm.
then just tell the builder that this is what I want, and then they'll be like, okay. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. And how did you find like your first like paying job after this long educational journey?
Yeah, so during my degree level, um, when we had finished with the the dissertation and stuff, we
Hmm.
still had like other modules that we needed to like write exams for, but they were like you didn't have to attend class for it. It was just a period where we were just waiting to like write exams.
Hmm.
So at that time, I started applying to different jobs, like IT officer, because I had an advanced diploma. So I was like, okay, maybe I might be ready to go into the industry. So
Hmm.
I was applying to stuff like uh, IT officer, systems administrator, stuff like that, but never got any luck. Um,
Hmm.
but I applied for this data entry job. So luckily, I got invited. It was like an internship.
Hmm.
I didn't get paid for that job because it was just basically an internship. So I just wanted like experience
Hmm.
in data. So that's when like my interest in data picked up. That was my very first job. So I was doing data entry for this
Hmm.
medical research institution called Dignitas. I think it's a Canadian company,
Hmm.
um, research company. So medical research. So that's where we started like doing like working with different databases and doing data entry, data cleaning, data validation. That's where
Hmm.
I started learning concepts like those, and uh, that's how I got into the data world.
Hmm.
But the time I got my actual first paying job was after um, at the same company there was an opening for a temporary data management officer.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a senior position. It was a bit of a senior position from the data entry. So where I used to now like manage and supervised the data entry process and helping the data coordinators with data cleaning and then data collection and then digitization of data. So
Mm-hmm.
I did that for a couple of months. Yeah, so that was my first ever paying job that I ever worked. It was really great. I was thankful for the opportunity that I was given. To everybody that I worked with at that time, I'm still in touch with, and there are some of my friends that are actually here with um in the UK with me that we
Mm-hmm.
still get in touch. The people that I worked with at the time.
Oh, just great. But yeah, I
Yeah.
guess this like first job is
Mm,
it's very very warm to everybody.
mm, yeah.
Yeah, every like person is a good one, and you like a family.
Mm,
So
yeah.
yeah, and so how did you end up in the like in Oxford? What was your journey to this nowadays?
Mm, yeah. So I think um so after I worked with that medical institution, medical research institution, I now moved into like the actual IT where I started like um, doing IT support.
Mm-hmm.
I got a job because the data management officer job was just a temporary thing. It was just I think like close to like 4 or 5 months the way I worked in
Mm-hmm.
that position, but it wasn't very long. And then I was fortunate enough to get another job after my contract had ended um, with another organization where I worked as a data officer,
Mm-hmm.
an IT officer actually. So I was supporting the network, the databases, the computers, software installation, hardware repair and maintenance, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Like
So after that,
administration.
yes. So after that, now I got a job with another organization um, where I worked as an application support specialist.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a very big organization, and I learned a lot from the organization because it was a place where we worked like like there are other places that you go and you go to work and then you come and be like today I didn't do anything, but at that place you every minute every second you were working. So yeah, that's where I spent like 4 years of my time. I
Mm-hmm.
worked in that
Oh.
position for like 4 years. So um, we were mostly supporting a C sharp application that was like an enterprise resource planning system. So I was
Mm-hmm.
the application support specialist for that. So everyone that had issues with that, who were managing its tickets, bugs, errors, I would
Mm-hmm.
be the first point of contact. So I would get receive a ticket, understand what is about, and then liaise with the developers and yeah, being like the middleman between the actual system and the developers, the users and the developers.
Mm-hmm.
So after that,
Yeah, like
I
for
got an
four
opportunity
years
to
in support is like hell, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh
very
man,
very stressful job.
yeah, like support. Yeah, it was very stressful. But I'm very thankful for it because I learned a lot from the team that I was working with. Um, yeah, it was a very busy job. So like I would even receive calls like at 1 a.m. in the morning. This service is not working. Can you please check?
Mm-hmm.
Because they like had like night shifts where other people would start work from 6 to like 6 a.m. and then from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
another
12
group of
hour
people are
shift.
working. Yeah, so you go to work, you knock off at 5, and I go home, and then I'll still be receiving calls throughout the night to support.
Yeah. Yeah, what
Yeah,
were your like main takeaways to just like don't go insane in these 4 years?
yeah. So I tried my best because I think I was fairly still young. Um, so it was a time when I was like learning to be emotionally intelligent
Mm-hmm.
because when you are young, sometimes you think that people are doing things like to make maybe you feel like it's personal stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so when I started to mature as a professional, that's when I understood that okay, so this is nothing to do with me. This is nothing to do with the people. This is just strictly business. So
Mm-hmm.
this
You
is
you
this
didn't
is
take
my
it
reality
personally.
for the next yes, this is my reality for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't have any idea that I'll be um I would find a job in the UK, stuff like that. I didn't have an idea of that, but yeah, so that's where I was like for 4 years, and then I applied. I started applying for other opportunities when I started to feel more confident as a professional. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I still had the earning to. Um, I wanted to go. I wanted to like go back into the health informatics world, where
Mm-hmm.
I would work with health data supporting each um, health electronic records, stuff like that, managing data. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I because
Mm-hmm.
from my first job, that was my first job. So I still at the back of my mind, I still wanted something like that. So at the time, there
And
were
like
very little opportunities.
what's your like main purpose and why you like love doing this health informatics? Like what drives you in this
Yeah.
sphere?
So I can say um, knowing that my work will have an impact on the actual people that are around me, like in
Mm-hmm.
a positive way,
Mm-hmm.
is something that drives me. So knowing that uh, I'm supporting like a research project that will maybe support and help people maybe with HIV to maybe have access to medication, live longer lives, or even maybe cancer treatments that have been maybe they were doing uh, clinical trials on people trying to understand the conditions and trying to understand the medication, stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. That I know that will have a positive impact on people. It's something that kept driving me to like. I really wanted to get back to that where I would feel satisfied knowing that I've
Mm-hmm.
supported something that will really give an impact to people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you like get back after like technical support?
Mm. Yeah, so at the time that's when I started like applying for other jobs and stuff, and but I was mostly applying in non-government organizations that support uh, different projects that um, support people maybe in resource limited settings,
Mm-hmm.
like supporting HIV, tuberculosis, trying to like break it back into the health industry where I'll be supporting medical research. So my friends, the ones that I was saying that they were in the UK, they were like, you can be applying for work here as well. Maybe you might
Mm-hmm.
be lucky and find a job that's doing that. So I started looking at jobs in the UK that were related to health data science. That's when I got an opportunity with the university as a database programmer. So yeah, that's where I've been for the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like what was the journey like from Africa to UK? How hard was it?
Yeah, it was challenging because
Mm-hmm.
like the cultures are very different. The weather is different. The food is different. Everything was different, and I didn't have any friends here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't have like basically here where I stay. So yeah, it was like it was a very big jump from where I was. Um, like I just left my home country with a backpack and a suitcase.
Wow. Yeah.
And came here and like basically starting all over and everything. But yeah, it was a good decision for me because I'm exposed to very smart people and I'm constantly learning every day. So yeah, I really
Mm-hmm.
enjoy what I do and I'm supporting uh, different research projects that have massive impact on people and the population
Mm-hmm.
in general.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and how did you like? Did you get acclimatized to UK conditions in this like 2 3 years you're living there?
Yeah, yeah. So after a while, yeah, it grows on you. So like right now, I'm pretty used to the culture, how people
Mm-hmm.
interact. Yeah, so even the work culture here is very different from how we work back in Africa because it is. I don't know if I could say it's very different. So yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
basically a journey of learning how I can navigate in a different setting and try to understand um, how I can provide positive impact on the work that I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Like 2 3 years, it's like not a lot of time to get like acclimatized
mm,
to a new
mm.
country with
Yeah,
whole new
I'm
kind.
still, I'm still adjusting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm,
But it's great that you like find your way back to like this
mm,
medical informatics.
yeah,
Yeah, in this
yeah,
great place. So, to conclude our, like, I guess, final question, what's
yeah.
next for you in like your journey and in this like medical informatics or maybe in some other
Yeah,
areas?
yeah. So I'm like aiming to be more in more senior positions.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in the next few years, I would like to be. I'm preparing myself for a more senior role. Um,
Mm-hmm.
maybe like senior data engineer, something like that. So where I can manage people and yeah, like basically do a lot of more senior administrative work
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, stuff like that. So that's what's next and what I'm planning to do in the next coming years.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm,
Yeah, just basically more senior and more experience.
yeah,
You will have like
more,
more opportunities to impact the world.
yeah, more responsibilities,
Mm.
more experience.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right. Thank you for the episode. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was our last
Thank
question.
you, thank you for having me.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.